Is $1,800 really worth going to jail over? What's up guys, long time no see. This is your one and only Immortal Afro Josh, getting back in the fray. You're probably wondering what that opening about $1,800 is all about. Well, let me explain. There's a little bit of news coming from across the puddle from our good old folks from the land of the rising sun, Japan. Apparently a Japanese gamer got so upset with his inability to draw some really cool items or whatever from a game loot box, he decided it was a good idea to send a death threat to Square Enix. Now, I'm no expert on Japanese culture, but one thing I know for certain is that they don't take that shit lightly over there at all. According to this article I found on this website called Next Shark. Japanese software developer Square Enix, the publisher of hit video game franchises such as Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts, has earned the ire of a gamer who felt cheated by one of the game's loot box systems. And in the email, the agitated gamer wrote, "Employees of a Square Enix too. Tomorrow I will kill you. Wash your necks." Wash your necks and wait. I'm sorry because it's like, what's so funny about this story is how incredibly stereotypic it is. You almost don't believe it's true. While the last part of the threat might sound strange, it's reportedly a very old school death threat in Japanese, which basically means I'm gonna kill you. And the origin of the phrase traces back to its roots in feudal era when samurai were used to severing their enemies' heads. And apparently you wouldn't want to have a dirty neck because that, in some way that's kind of dishonorable, I'm assuming. So they were, I don't know if they're required, but I guess it was customary at the time to wash your neck and make sure that, that when you brought your head back to the general, that it wasn't dirty. And, yeah, I know it's weird as fuck. But, hey man, that's how they roll back in feudal Japan. Don't fuck around, keep your necks clean, damn it. Now, while the story is pretty funny, they caught the guy, because they don't mess around in Japan. I think it was a few weeks until the police apprehended him, and I think he turned himself in. He admitted to sending the email upon his arrest. Guys, look. Video games are fun and all, and I'm sure there are plenty of reasons to get, really emotional for whatever it is you're passionate about. But when it comes to this situation, when it comes to your inability to control your spending habits, that's on you. First of all, you're playing the game with loot boxes, so you're already committing a terrible sin. Second of all, 200,000 yen or $1,800? You know what you could have done with that money? Could have saved it or invested it or bought $1,800 worth of games that don't have loot boxes that are actually worth a damn. Hell, play Final Fantasy 14 online. The game is worth every penny and a monthly subscription. I also wanted to talk about the Epic Store. A lot of other YouTubers have put in their 2 cents, and for the most part, I agree with the main consensus that the Epic Store is a epic piece of shit. It's pretty sad because the concept when it was first announced that there was going to be an Epic Store, I welcomed it with open arms because I'm like, man, this will be great. Steam can get some competition, and Gabe can stop being a lazy bastard and learn to count to 3. You can only imagine, at the time, this is what I was thinking. You can imagine what they could be making. You'll have the Epic Store and some exclusive games with the Unreal Engine. Oh, that'll be great. Unfortunately, reality has other plans for us because the only thing Epic has been doing since they've launched their Epic Store is appropriating exclusive titles. Timed exclusive titles. Which is a real fucking waste. Epic was one of those companies I was daydreaming in my head would really bring some, something substantial to the market. Instead, all it's been doing, recently with the games it's been appropriating with a timed exclusive Metro Exodus, Outer Worlds, and more recently, Borderlands 3 with a 6-month exclusivity deal. This is what I don't understand about some of these game publishers, right? Look, I don't mind waiting for a game. You know, when I downloaded the Epic Store, I had a completely different idea in mind as to how I would be using it along with Steam. But when it comes to these exclusivity deals, did they forget that PC gamers, one of our main abilities is to be extremely patient for an absorbent amount of time? People are still waiting for Half-Life 3. It just seems kind of ironic that they would do things like make, you know, hardcore Steam users wait. And here's the thing, there aren't even really just hardcore Steam users. Like, most PC gamers are accepting an opening of an open market and feasible competition, but you have to give us a reason to. Now, that's not to say that the Epic Store doesn't have any good things about it. As of right now, where it stands, the launcher is complete shit. There's almost no reason to even open it for me on my computer. It's lacking so many features, and by the time it'll be worth a damn, it'll be probably 6 months to a year from now, according to the roadmap that they've been, you know, flaunting, which pretty much means nothing in my eyes. All that money you're wasting getting exclusivity deals, you could be putting towards your store to make it worth a damn, instead of it being a glorified one purchase thing. You know, you don't even have a shopping cart on there. It's that underdeveloped. The only real good thing that's come from the Epic Store is the profit split for game developers, which I am 100% in support of. Compared to what Epic is offering, way better. Their split is like 88%. They get 88% of their sales, while Epic only takes 12%. And I think they knock off another 5% if you're using the Epic engine. You know, Steam, they take 35%, which is a significantly larger amount of the pie overall, if I'm saying that right. So Epic is good for developers from that standpoint. But what about the consumers? One of the reasons why Steam is so, you know, in such high regard is the, you know, Steam sales. You know, they have plenty of features, plenty of perks. There are plenty of reasons to enjoy Steam because of what it offers as a platform compared to any of its competition. Meanwhile, Epic still, it doesn't even have a shopping cart. Wasting all that money on exclusivity instead of, you know, making their launcher worth a damn, making their platform actually feasible and viable to be straight up competition for Steam, to put pressure on Steam so Gabe Newell can learn to count to fucking 3. Instead of doing all that stuff, they're just getting exclusivity deals, which is a shame. And it's even more annoying when you think about the fact that Epic is 40% of Epic is owned by Tencent. You know, not to jump down any conspiracy rabbit holes, but you know, China, they kind of like hacking stuff. And with the whole thing that went down, like, oh man, the Epic program has been quietly appropriating some files on your computers mysteriously, and I think his name is Tim Sweeney, the co-owner or founder or whoever, CEO of Epic. He's like, don't worry, only I get all those things. You know, like, that makes me feel better. Come on, dude. We're not stupid. 40% of your company is owned by Tencent, a huge Chinese entity. China. I have to have my China. But anyways, folks, that's all I wanted to have for this video. Just wanted to come back with some interesting stories and my 2 cents on the whole thing with Epic. I'm gonna try to get into the habit of making some quick videos off some articles and interesting news that I think would be worth sharing with you guys, alongside with my main content that I want to get back into doing now that winter is finally fucking over. Thank God. I hate winter. I can finally go outside and live. Anyways, folks, tell me what you think. If you liked the video, if you disliked the video, if you want to roast me for being away for so long, sorry. Feel free to leave all those things in the comments below. I'm gonna get back into the swing of things. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And I'll see you on the Immortal Afro Show. Peace. It's weird. China, 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 China.